ka Jingkylli ki wanra MA ki Mawryngkneng uba Stone Kapran Halor ki Jingthung ka Soka ki Consultant ka Khring ki we ki Paralok MA na ka Persya banbu sibun ki Jingkylli hapok Indoba thau an manta kasngi ka khatnyo tarik rumpang aja punriu hakni ki Jingkylli la simbenta ki MA banbu Jingkylli nadu unoyam ring Persya ruton ku sangma uba adan basemo uba bright star malpanyang uba adaban nongrum haba Jubab Halor ki Jingkylli umtang ba kajela Conrad ki sangma ulapan ba ka Jingthung ka Soka ki Consultant hak tanat Soka per kadai kat kum kendon ki babu haki externally aided projects kini project ki bayo nabar ki don ki kendon ki bahab bantung ya ki consultant bat lamang ru 100% na ka do jong ka project ban pelot di kam office ni ki administrative work Conrad wa ong bala thong lai phun ngut ki consultant simet bat ka jinglut kalong sau po nyai phun kros ha ka sibnai ban siu tulop yaki kat ba ji san pukhandai tali ki consultant ki company raseu kat kum ka jingle jongki ban trei ka kam kat kum ka jingete ka kontrak ya kini consultant apnan kam tang hai ya ki project ki bayo na bal ni ki externally aided project ha ka ba ka jala ka yo kum ba khat jal kul tam khambun tam man je ki pat ki jala ha ka ni ka north east ula ong bagi konsultan ki dei batbit ha ki jai kam ba per kat kum ka jinglong ka kam kum ke biya dei ber kamaryang ki ba dei ber karep karyang ki biya dei ber ka ka wa bat kum ta te kini ki konsultan ki dei ba hab ban bot kat kum kendon jong ki project ki ba wan ra na ba
the total number of consultants by the are 36 individual consultants and 59 consultancy firms. B. Sir, the total annual expenditure on monthly remuneration for individual consultants is 4.35 crores for the year 2024-25. Consultancy firms are typically not paid salaries or monthly remuneration like government employees. They are paid consultancy fee which is based on deliverables as per contract.
Joe, limited question please.
Sir, the different projects or different agencies that are engaging the different consultants, be it individual consultants or be it the firms that are there. So there are processes where sometimes it is through tendering process where firms come in and they bid together and they apply and based on the different factors of the process, the QCBS system or other factors are put into place based on which the consultants are appointed in terms of the firms and individuals also. Sir, there is a recruitment process that takes place where interviews are done, if necessary exams are also done. So there are different processes that are followed and these are all mandatory and required. So therefore these are the methods of the recruitment that is done, sir. Asking this question. So this is a very, very important question and I'd like to reply to this to the satisfaction of the honorable member. So number one, he has mentioned about how many departments there are there. So when it comes to the individual consultants, there are 10 departments that are engaging individual consultants. And when it comes to consultancy firms, there are 13 departments that are engaging the consultancy firms. So second part of the question which honorable member has asked is are the officials not competent enough? Sir, everybody is competent and everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a defined area of expertise. When we talk of consultants, a consultant technically is an individual or a firm which has a certain expertise in a certain matter. Now, so when it comes to appointment of these consultancy firms, most, I should say all the externally aided projects, and a large number of centrally sponsored schemes and projects. So for example, the EAPs, about 12,000 crores worth of EAPs are being implemented. And in terms of large projects like the Smart City project or the recently Sora tourism project awarded by donor ministry. So these processes or these projects or these schemes, they make it mandatory. I use the word mandatory. It is part of the process. It is mandatorily defined by the externally aided agency or the specific central government to appoint consultants. And as I mentioned, sir, consultants are experts who are, in that particular field. Our officials are obviously, sir, very good. They are very efficient, but they are administratively expert. A political leader also may have a certain knowledge of the political aspect. But then when it comes to aspects, for example, so just so that the House knows, the mandate also requires, for example, recently we had just sanctioned 2,500 crores for the second phase of the World Bank MITP. So that required an environmental and social expert in the externally aided project. Now an environmental and social expert has to look at the environment and social impact assessment. That firm or the individual has to see environmental and social management plans. The same firm has to also look into the resettlement and action plans. They have to look at the indigenous people's development plan. They have to look at community consultation and so on and so forth. So these are very highly specialized areas where these requirements are made. And as I said, it is mandatory as per the EAPs as well as a large number of the central schemes. So also I just want to share so that people are also aware that these are not government jobs. There is a thinking that these are government jobs being taken away into consultants. So these are not government jobs. Government jobs are government jobs. These are the mandated expertise that are required as per the project guidelines being given, which we need to do. Number two, as I said, so these are specialized jobs. These are jobs which a normal team in the administration who are expert in administration and bureaucracy, they are not able to look into these aspects, as I said, like the environmental aspect. So the third and most important thing is that in the individual consultants that we have, a large number of those consultants are our own local boys and girls. And therefore, if you look at, not consultants, but like the projects that we get through these consulting agencies, which are then implemented by MBDA or MBMA or any other agency. Today, MBDA, sir, they employ 1,500 people. They're employing to implement these projects, which these consultants helped us, identify, build up, and bring. And 12,000 crores worth of project is going on today in the EAPs, because of which 1,500 jobs have been created in MBMA, MBDA. And you'll be happy to know today that 99.9% of them are all local boys and local girls who are working in these different projects. So you'll also be, there's also the House should know that EAPs they have a scope of 5%, up to 10% of the funds being used for administrative expenditure. It is mandated again, sir. So that means 12,000 crores of externally aided projects are going on, which means 5% of that is 600 crores can be used for administrative expenditure. So these are not money that is coming from our own taxes collection. This is externally aided funds that are coming in. And the consultancy expenditure on a whole of whatever we spend, sir, 87% is today taken from the externally aided projects. So if you're spending 100 crores a year, for example, 87 crores is spent from the externally aided projects, which is funds coming in from outside. So these clarify so that the House is understanding. They are absolutely qualified. But as I mentioned, sir, earlier, that it's a special expertise that is required for different works that have to be done. Sometimes we need experts and consultants for agriculture-related work. Sometimes we need experts for health-related works. Sometimes we need experts for power department also. Even in areas of education, experts are required. So, sir, when we say consultant, we always think that a consultant is only a administrative or a management consultant. That's what we tend to think. But consultants are subject-wise. There are consultants/experts for environment, for water-related issues, for agriculture-related issues. These are all consultants only, sir. So therefore, an MBA is definitely qualified, and they would be there for a management-related consultancy. But that same MBA may not be able to do the consultancy work when it comes to, say, environment-related issues, because for that we need an environmental expert. So therefore, if there's an environmental expert, then we definitely take in. Now, just to share with the honorable member, sir, that in the beginning, as we started off, we were building the capacity of the department, of the agencies, and of our people, sir. And it is because of the expertise that we were able to put in that we were able to leverage and get schemes from central government and from the EAPs. Today, sir, we are one of the few states to get the highest number of externally aided projects because of the expertise that we took on board. We are also one of the few states to maximize the central government agency schemes. So the project in Sora, worth about 200 plus crores, there was only one project the whole donor ministry was going to give to one of the states in the northeast. It was like a competition almost. And because of the fact that we were able to put in experts and the local, our officials and the tourism team, they worked together with experts. In time, we were able to deliver and get the 200 plus crore projects. So therefore, sir, it depends. The answer is yes also, that they are capable and they can, but it depends on what expertise we require. And to conclude to this reply of this particular question, that today we have 36 individual consultants who are there, and out of this 36 individual consultants, sir, 52%, 19 of them are our own local boys and girls, our own MBAs, our own ex-officials who are there who maybe have retired, or our MBA students, or agriculture experts, or environmental experts, sir. And as we move along, we are ensuring that the capacity of our youngsters is built up through the entire ecosystem, so that more and more of our youngsters can become capable to then take on this responsibility that requires global expertise. Sir, as I mentioned in my reply, that the consultants are paid based on deliverables as per contract. So therefore, once they deliver something, for example, if the DPR has to be made within 2 weeks' time, that deliverable will have a certain amount that has to be paid to them. So therefore, sir, their basic assessment, I should say, is on their own, because if they don't perform and they don't deliver, then they don't get the kind of fees or the money that is being put in the contract. So everything is in the contract, and they have to deliver as per a thing, and based on how they deliver, what quality they deliver, on the time they deliver, and as per terms and conditions, they are paid. So in a way, so the contract only becomes a mechanism of ensuring that that the payments are made as per the deliverables.
Another question, sir. May I know
59 firms, to the 59 firms that are there, the total amount that has been given is 131 crores. Out of the 131 crores, 116 crores is through the administrative expenditure permissible under the externally aided projects. So 116 crores comes out from the funding agencies' funds that come to us. Then there are, of course, other projects that are there where we require their expertise, where we have to fund from our side. So that from the state side, we have spent till now about 10 crores, 75,000, 10 crores, 75,000. And from central fund, we have spent 5 crores, externally aided projects. 85% of the amount that has been paid to these firms has come from externally aided project funding, amounting to 116 crores. So total 131.73 crores.